Hey everybody, welcome. If you're new, my name is Amanda. This is Carnivore Me. This is my journey going from morbidly obese to healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love hearing from you guys. If you have questions, just put them in the comments. If I don't get to them there, then I will catch them in the next Q&A. Every year I have failed horribly at staying on a diet or eating healthy during the holidays. So this year, Scott and I came up with my carnivore guide to surviving the holidays. Sticking with that theme, we'll talk about mapping the terrain, avoiding pitfalls and traps, and being wary of predators. What I mean by mapping the terrain is I'm gonna know where I'm going, how long, what's available. Knowing where I'm going tells me exactly who's gonna be cooking, what time and how long I'm gonna be there. Do I need to be there from morning to evening? When and how long am I going to have to help them cook? Can I just completely avoid being around that stuff? And if I can, then, which I will be this year. And then what's available? Knowing where I'm going and how long, I can decide, okay, I know what kind of meat's gonna be there because I've talked to them ahead of time. And if they don't have something that I like, well, guess what? I'm gonna bring my own ribeye or lamb or whatever, a serving size just for me, because it is expensive to feed so many different people. If they're gonna be eating the carbs and the sugar, well, I'm gonna be making sure I bring a piece of meat or two that I absolutely am going to love and enjoy. Avoiding the pitfalls and traps. First thing, set myself up for success. I'm going to ensure that I am not starving when I go there. I'm gonna make sure I've had a full fat breakfast, lunch. I'm going to make sure that I am taking the meat that I actually find delicious there and appetizing. I'm not gonna let myself get hungry or hangry while I'm there, because that's just gonna lead me to wanting to eat everything under the sun. And under that, I'm going to limit my exposure to the elements. I've decided to ask my family if we cannot put any food on the table, leave it all in the kitchen, so when we're eating, we're just having our plates. This would make me have to physically get up and be active towards getting something bad versus the simple scooping and dumping on my plate and eating it. I have to take more action to eat bad, which puts a minor, but a barrier up to going down that path. Out of sight, out of mind. And the number one thing I'm not gonna do this year is falling for the appetizer and snack table trap. Removing myself from the proximity of it, also asking my family to keep it, centered a little bit further away from where everybody's hanging out. If they wanna eat it, that's fine, but I'm not standing there staring at it. And ensuring I have snacks or I've brought my own appetizers. Scott and I made Coca-Cola, which is a aged pork. It's delicious. We're gonna be taking that, so charcuterie meats and things like that. They're delicious, they're great to snack on, and even non-carnivore, low-carb people like them, so they're great things to bring with you. So we'll be taking that as my snacky food for the holiday. And the most important, be wary of predators. I have found there are three groups of people. People who will support you, people who don't care, and then people who actively try to sabotage you. The first group is the group that support me doing carnivore. They might be low carb carnivore themselves. I will actively try to spend more time around them. The next group are the people who don't know. I personally find telling people who don't know that I just do a low carb diet, if I feel like they're gonna be adverse to it, I don't need to justify or argue with them why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I say low carb, they swallow it and move on. And the last group, the group that actively tries to sabotage, they are the ones that walk up to you with pumpkin pie and they're like, it's the holidays, it's just one piece. But for me, I know myself, it isn't just one piece. I have to look at their motives, I have to look at my motives, and I kind of have to decipher the in-between and realize they aren't trying to help me, and I'm trying to help myself. No thank you, I will stick to my meat and not eat your pumpkin pie. To summarize Amanda's Carnivore Holiday Survival Guide, map the terrain. I'll know when I'm going, how long I'm going, where I'm going, and what's gonna be there. Next, avoiding pitfalls and traps. I will set myself up for success, making sure I'm not starving when I'm there, limit my exposure to the elements, so not stand around the carbs and sugars, and not fall in the bear trap of snack table. And as I said before, the most important one, be wary of predators. Know who's gonna be there, know who's my allies and who's not, and stick around those people that are trying to support me. I hope you guys enjoyed my holiday survival guide. I appreciate you as always, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Why am I having such a hard time with this?
I don't know.
Mapping the terrain.
Avoiding pitfalls.
Avoiding pitfalls. Being wary of predators. Mapping the terrain. Mapping the terrain. Jeez, why can't... Okay, mapping...
You're already trapped! You're stuck!
Sticking with that theme. Wow. I don't know. She is just cray-cray right now. Take 8. Sticking with that theme, we'll be talking about...
There's a predator loose downstairs.
I got it. That was a new dog today. That was Sadie, not Rosie.
Because, you know, those are the people, like the family that's already on Carnivore.
Pause.